Hello there internet, MegaMogwai here, and I got another Legends of Runeterra video for you guys today. And today we are going to showcase some more Monkey Idol, as I have a new upgraded version of my Thresh GANGPLANK Monkey Idol list, and it incorporates a really dope epic card from Shadow Isles that you probably have not seen played much as of late, and that is the Spectral Matron. The Spectral Matron is an 8-mana 6/6 with Fearsome that says, play, pick an ally in hand, summon an exact copy of it, it's ephemeral. Now, this is a really neat card in conjunction with summoning effects such as the Rekindler. That's where I've used this card in the past, and while this card doesn't see much play, it's definitely in the right build. It can represent a tremendous power play, so we modified the GANGPLANK Thresh sort of archetype to focus on Spectral Matron, enabling us to play a copy of Dreadweight a turn earlier and be able to combo off of that instead of resorting to Dreadweight plus Commander Ladros, as a lot of variants of this deck have been running that sort of late game finisher, which I think is very disruptible and just honestly has a tremendous amount of bad matchups, really. Like, relying on 2 back-to-back 9-mana plays to close out a game, there's so many decks that are just going to punish you for that, and I don't think it's really consistent nor super competitive, really. So I tried this approach with this card, and I found some really neat results, so I wanted to share this deck with you guys again. We're also running a couple of miscall, because one of the cool things is we can play Spectral Matron on turn 8, drop the Dreadweight, get some huge damage on the opponent, and then when this dies, we go for the miscall and we bring it back without ephemeral this time around. And miscall can do that and much more in this deck. Against control decks in which we drop Thresh on turn 5 and the opponent saves up an answer for it, we can go for miscall for 3 mana and resurrect it and make them cry. And the rest of the deck is comprised of an early game filled with chump blockers and damage-based resource removal, as we are aiming to reach turn 5 and start leveling up Thresh. And one of the good enablers for Thresh level up is the Monkey Idol itself. Monkey Idol is a really good card for Thresh and for GANGPLANK as well, as it helps level up both. It helps level up GANGPLANK through the damage that the powder monkeys are dealing as they die every turn, and it helps level up Thresh because every single time you're generating a monkey and you're weakening this, if you place on turn 3, the turn after you play Thresh, the Monkey Idol will eventually kill itself, and the monkeys will also be dying, so it can translate into a total of 3 deaths, or even potentially 4 for Thresh, which is more than half of what you need to do to level up Thresh to begin with. And we're also running a one-off of Blighted Caretaker just to help out a little bit, act as a bit of a 4th Monkey Idol in a way to level up Thresh. I like it because of that specifically. I also really like Thresh with powder kegs in general, because again, these count as units, and having them blow up will trigger a progression for Thresh and thus enable his level up to be really easy. This is one of the easiest decks to level up Thresh in, period, and it's one of the reasons why Thresh and GANGPLANK combined is a thing to begin with. We also have some really nice health gain with Grasp of the Undying, Withering Wail, also cards that can benefit from the powder kegs as well, and a couple of Vengeance for big, beefier units that damage is just not enough to take on. A one-off of Ruination, which is going to bite me in the booty in this video, as I'm going to go on a little bit of a ramble after this deck tech, which is why I'm going over it relatively quickly, because yeah, you guys have seen a deck like this in the past. This is the upgraded version of it. This is how I'm playing it right now, personally. Not saying it's necessarily the best way to play it, guaranteed, you know, it's what works for me. And I figured I could showcase a really cool underrated card in the process. But another thing that I want to talk about in this video, in this deck tech. So in case you're just only here for the deck tech and you just want to see the games, you can just go to the description down below and click on the annotation that will take you directly to the games. But I want to talk a little bit about the what is labeled by the community as the joink mechanic, aka cards like Black Market Merchant and Pilfered Goods. You're going to see in today's gameplay, I'm going to include a game that is tremendously frustrating and really highlights my big problem with this mechanic in the game. Now, I've been playing Legends of Runeterra non-stop ever since it came out in open beta in February, right? or at the end of January, was it? Around that time, right? So basically, I've been playing this game nonstop for 4 months and a half, and for the most part, I've been super positive about it. I still am. Like, even though I have some heavy criticism to drop down here, that doesn't change the fact that I still love this game more than any other card game in the market. And this issue that I have with a mechanic in it right now does not really outweigh all the positives and stop me from playing, right? But because I'm so passionate about this game, because I care so much about this game, and because I spend so much time playing this game, I am also very critical of the bad aspects of it, and I am critical because I hope they can eventually be fixed. So I want to talk about this draw from your opponent's deck mechanic that has been prevalent ever since Rising Tides has come out, because as time has passed, my position towards it has gone more and more away from being a devil's advocate to just being brutally critical of the mechanic. I've reached the point in which I've realized that regardless of different perspectives and however you want to look at this from a gaming psychology standpoint or from a balance standpoint, the reality is the joink, we're going to label it as the joink, all right? The joink mechanic has been consistently frustrating for me again and again, and it has been this way for a huge chunk of the player base in Runeterra. People don't like having their cards stolen from them. People don't like having the cards from the top of their deck taken and used against them. Because not only is your opponent denying a card from your deck that you put there to synergize with your cards, but they're also using it against you. And in certain aspects, the variance can really go in the opponent's way, and they can steal your one-off of Ruination, for example, and win the game. Like, the fact that this mechanic can lead to game-winning card steals is tremendously frustrating, and I'm going to go ahead and say it's incredibly unhealthy for the state of the game. I haven't had a problem with any mechanic in the game, not even elusives, as much as I've had it with this one. There has been no mechanic in the game that has upset me at a regular basis like Joink has, and I think it's ultimately a problem. I think many people agree with what I have to say in this regard, and it's not a position that I've taken lightly. Like I said, I've played devil's advocate. I've defended this mechanic for a long time. Again and again, as people were complaining about Black Market Merchant, I said that it was more of a psychology, mental aspect, that, it was frustrating, but it was not really as impactful. But as time has passed, I found myself getting angry at it again and again and again. I can't run away from the truth anymore. And the truth is that it is super frustrating, it's super unfun to play against, and it is on a whole another level when it comes to frustration and unfun compared to other aspects of the game. Yes, it can be very fun for the game, for the player doing it. It can be pretty funny as well, but eventually it gets old. It gets old really fast, and it incorporates a whole new layer of chaos and variance onto a game that doesn't need it. And I've made several references saying that, I don't want Runeterra to be Hearthstone. Nothing against people who enjoy Hearthstone. Not saying Hearthstone is a terrible game by any means, but it's not a game for me. I don't think it's a game for anybody who commits to a card game more than they just go to the bathroom to play it on their phone. That's my opinion. Again, not trying to bash, but I think Hearthstone overdoes it with the chaos and the RNG, and I feel like there are many other better games in the card market, like in the card game market. That's just my opinion, all right? I don't think this level of variance introduced with this mechanic is good, and I think it shares some similarities to, design decisions that have been made in Hearthstone in the past, which is why I make the comparison a lot. If you like Hearthstone a lot and you find offense by what I have to say, just keep in mind it's my opinion, and I'm not thinking any less of people who enjoy the game, or I don't really have anything against people who like that sort of game, but I don't want Runeterra to become that. And I feel like a design like this, revolve around drawing cards from your opponent's deck, is a step in that direction, and hopefully, we don't keep walking in said direction. What would I do to fix it? Well, that's a very good question. Some people state that it is a matter of balance. I disagree. I think because of Riot's stance on, they want to make every card potentially viable in an archetype, I don't like the idea of just over-nerfing something to the ground and making it completely unviable, and therefore we fix the problem. I think some tweaks done to the mechanic would be a good start. and eventually we can reach a point in which said minor redesigns can potentially stack up, and we reach a point in which, you know, it's acceptable. It's not as infuriating, and it's not as game deciding, right? And hopefully that'll be that. So the reason why I went on this huge ramble regarding this mechanic is because I want to hear you guys' opinion. I want to know, like I said, this is my view, this is my opinion. I don't state everything that I say as a fact. You know, I am but just one human being, and I have my own perspective. What is yours? What do you think about the black market merchant pilfered goods, the current state of that, of those cards in the game right now? Do you find it frustrating? Do you like it? Do you enjoy playing against it? All that stuff. Like, I actually really want to hear what you guys think about it. I want to see, because my Twitch chat, for example, is very vocal and agrees with me for the most part. But that's only a small portion, right, of the overall player base. So I guess I want to hear what you guys have to say. And I'm really curious. So, yeah, we can start a bit of a discussion. No need to get overly heated, you know. We're all people here talking about a card game. It's fine. But I legitimately want to know what you guys think. So I'm going to end the huge deck tech on that. You know, a bit longer than usual, today's intro. But yeah, we had something to talk about. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think. And hopefully you enjoy the games. I really like this deck. I had a lot of fun playing it, even though it ended up in a bit of a bad note. But it's not the deck's fault, but rather what we were facing. So have a solid day. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the games. Stay tuned for daily Legends of Runeterra content. I do post a new deck every single day. Enjoy the matches, and I'll see you tomorrow. Just joined Mogwai. Care to explain the Matron concept? Sure. So, Spectral Matron allows us to play Dreadway one turn earlier with an extra body, which can be a very powerful hit on the opponent. I also like the idea of combining Monkey Idol and Blighted Caretaker for some easy Thresh level ups. Guilt is evident. For the screen. I see all. Nani?
Virtue guides me.
Mighty.
Let the light guide you.
The eternity shall stand together. I rarely forget and never forgive.
Bears have souls.
We're in this together.
I'm gonna keep this to counter one of his plays to prevent the Lux level up as easily.
For justice and all things bright.
You've concerns, do ya?
The ocean herself will fear us.
There's no finer sight.
So I'm playing the Dreadway because this deck has no way to punish me for going wide. And also, like, I want the parley, because by going for parley face, I level up both of my gangplanks, which means that I can attack, I can keep Dreadway in the back.
Demacian steel. Try Demacian matter. Brighter than before.
It's fine. Why does he have a... Oh, because he gave it that, yeah. Yeah.
Bilgewater is mine and
Mine alone. Okay, now he can't judgment me,
break their waves. Blow them to the depths.
I see no reason not to attack here.
Never back down from what you believe.
Never back down from what you believe. Bam, bam, oh!
A beacon through the dark.
This place reeks of foul magic.
Rude.
There's nowhere to
Hide.
Illuminate the enemy.
Eliminate the enemy! Ah, shut up, Lux. Bruh. Bruh. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it.
What's that noise? I must get out of here.
Let none disturb my meditation.
I've whipped up something special.
Tread lightly, strike hard. Silent as death.
There's nowhere to hide.
Order, entropy, a never-ending cycle.
Twin disciplines.
Groundbreaking invention to date.
You Oh, it's so good, man. Oh. Oh, part of my calculations. We're not out of the woods yet, by the way.
Round and round it goes. Packed him good.
These barrels can like lure him. Yeah. Yeah, no, they always have twin disciplines. Am I the only one who like faces Heimerdinger decks who always have like twin disciplines every single time? Okay, thank God. Thank God. Get out of here. Never forget.
That's why we respect you, Captain.
You need to will the Ionia, but as soon as you do that.
Drink up. The taverns will sing our tale this eve.
Aye, aye, Captain. Yeah, they who endure needs to be nerfed. Definitely needs to be nerfed. Card got a little bit ridiculous with all the new stuff, but it's fine. If it gets tweaked a little bit, it's fine. Just make it like more expensive or something. All right, we drop this. We drop you. All right, good old casino. Good old casino.
How exciting!
7 mana? Yeah, I think 7 mana is fine.
That egg. Did it move?
Take me for a spin.
Ha ha! He did some overthinking there. Alright, monkey time.
The treasure was in me the whole time.
Dude, I love Thresh with kegs, man. I really do.
This is a real spin to win.
There'll be nothing left when I'm done.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Dump achieved.
Better.
Got a surprise for him. Now I've lost my place.
Better. Misery.
All in, baby.
Oh, Lynn, baby.
That's a spicy find. A winner is you.
Now we have 9 mana, so we can utilize these.
Don't play. Surprise, surprise.
We playing bilge rules?
Son.
A game. Go on then.
Turn shall spend together.
Spin, spin, spin.
You win!
I rarely forget.
Never forget. Like, I know everything that my deck can do, and there's very little, like, there's very few ways you can actually punish this. I'm gonna go for a Make It Rain, because all I need to do is connect onto the Nexus. Okay, we don't connect.
I brought my books. Hope that's all right.
Let him bleed out. Dead men tell
My tale.
something the matter.
You're disrupting my research.
Your king
As a crime. Return. English.
Rules are made to be broken, like buildings or people.
A foray into the field? How exciting!
Watch your step!
We're gonna go for the Vile Feast now to destroy the Brash Gambler.
Everyone goes boom! I'm on a roll!
Jace is leveled up, but he's also extremely, like, he's run out of gas, and because we dealt with the Brash Gambler, he
Treasure was in me the whole
he's
time.
completely top decking now. And double, I mean, I don't know what else I had to say, like, double leveled up Gangplank is just too much.
Come on, fish bones! I don't want to!
get me out of here.
Even if he doesn't have an answer for this,
Burns to ya.
we're getting two power kegs every time. Like, I actually would have challenged. I think he definitely misplayed here. I would not have challenged the. I would not have challenged the Gangplanks here. I would have challenged the chump blockers. Because you want me to trade my Gangplanks into your stuff. Like, I would have taken. I would have let these connect.
Just you and me, fish bones!
Ugh, and them. Oh.
Function call. Celebrate.
Explosives.
I know you guys are saying Spectral Matron to this. No, but I need to have Grasp of the Undying enable. Oh, baby, triple.
Dead men tell
My tale.
Off with ye.
Boom, boom, boom.
Drink up. The taverns will sing our tale this eve.
I'm gonna keep the Miscall. I'm gonna drop everything else. Because Miscall in this matchup is really strong. Yeah, I need another Rekindler, I think. Even though that's gonna lead me to bad hands, even a third Dreadway, one of the two.
Should have used draw and box to increase chances of drawing Thresh, or am I missing something?
Wait, what? Wait, did I drew a Gangplank and a this. I didn't have another Glimpse Beyond, did I? I'm a little bit confused because now I don't remember.
Elise, where are you?
The box to shuffle set a thresh. Oh, I could have used the box to have a higher. Yeah, I could have done that. Okay, now I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I could have done that. Definitely. Mobile feast. Nice. That's why we had missed call in the beginning.
Warm hearts and hot soup. Welcome to the tipsy hour.
I'm setting up a thresh level up here. Honestly, I really...
When I say I smell a fight.
What's my best line to play? Like, I could play Spectral Matron into this, but I think my best bet is to actually play Spectral Matron next turn with Miscall backup. So I'm gonna do this.
I am reborn of salt and pride. Neither the flames nor the depths can claim thee. Follow my blade. Barrel.
Ruination is a thing. Oh! No.
Pledge yourself to our cause. Leave your back to the door.
Oh, it's not working again? God damn it.
I rarely forget. And
Never forgive.
let's talk about your death. This'll do for now.
My God, dude. Like, I think I actually, like, legitimately am starting to just really hate the mechanic. And that worries me, because it's like the one thing in the game right now that makes me kind of like want to stop playing sometimes, you know? And that concerns me, because if it makes me think that, like, I feel like there's a lot of people who are just really tired of it.
I think may cheer you up. Why did the black market merchant cross the road? because a fake Brazilian cardman threw it into oncoming traffic.
I'm gonna ban you. That was... I don't have words. I do not have words for how bad that was.
Please, I have connections! I'm always up for a round or two. Who says I don't share?
Packed 'em good.
All or nothing.
Surprise for 'em.
Vision to see what others cannot.
Yikes.
Witness strength. Such little lives. I am reborn of salt and pride. I rarely forget and never forget.
That's why we respect you, Captain.
Their time has come.
Don't tell me you have a ravenous flock. Ah, he has it. He has it, but he also has pilfered goods. That's... Oh.
Honestly,
Wait, Migwai, don't ban me, Plox. I haven't even gotten to the joke about how pilfered goods make people want to take a PILLFOR good.
Break their legs. Off with ye! You lack discipline.
I rack discipline? I rack discipline? Really?
Destination in sight.
Bring forth our army. Wait, only one?
Artillery barrage.
Work, you dogs!
That was sad.
Leave them nothing. Barrel!
Light flickers.
Know your place. After the battle,
My time.
I've whipped up something special. Be nothing left when I'm done. Going my own way, Captain.
nailed to the keel of my ship. Pledge or perish.
I'll buy us some time.
Such little love. They'll be thrown in the water.